Good Wednesday morning, Central Georgia. We're flying high into a phenomenal day. The time is now 6:30 a.m. here on this January the 11th. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Wanye Reese.
And I'm Ashlyn Webb.
Alrighty then. We have some great news that we want to share with you about Caitlin Heck. And you see that we have Ashlyn here with us this morning. You all know that I'm going to be getting married very soon. Caitlin is going to be out for quite some time, taking some time with the boys. So Ashlyn and TJ and the morning crew are going to be coming together to hold down the fort while we're out. So we're so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here and during such a great time here at WMAZ, seeing you tie the knot with Amber and then Caitlin and Justin welcoming their sweet boys. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so I hope you got the coffee in your system.
I do.
So We're going to go ahead and go to Alex so you can get another sip and we're going to get this show moving.
Can I get another sip too?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's it. The schedule's hard. I'll warn you now. As you get the alarm clock, it goes off early. 36 waking up in Macon, 40 in Warner Robins, 32 in Eastman, 37 in McRae, and 36 in Sparta, 35 waking up in Monticello. Not a whole lot in the way of cloud cover out there, at least as of right now, but we will see that build in through the day today. Notice the warmer air back off to the west. That is all moving towards central Georgia, setting the stage for warm and cold air to clash. And whenever that happens, you usually get some thunderstorms out of that, and that is the expectation for tomorrow. So into the 60s later on today. I'm actually forecasting a high right around 69. That would be 10 degrees above the average high of 59 with those clouds building in, the potential for a sprinkle as well. Sunrise at 7:37 this morning and then into tonight. How about 55 for the overnight low? Some 20 degrees warmer than we are this morning. The humidity also building in, all thanks to that southerly wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. But a level 2 severe weather day tomorrow for most of us here in central Georgia. We will take an hour by hour look at future view and talk about the threats coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. We'll talk to you soon. We now know the suspect in the shooting death of 15-year-old Ashton Roberts.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office identified him as 57-year-old Algie Bryant. He faces several charges, including murder.
Child. It's devastating. It breaks my heart. I can only imagine what the mother's going through right now.
Coroner Leon Jones says before noon they found the teenager's body in the 4100 block of Pinson Street near Houston Avenue and Rocky Creek Road. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says Ashton Roberts got shot several times. Deborah Parker lived in the neighborhood where Roberts got shot for more than 5 years. She says she would like to see the neighborhood cleaned up.
A little sketchy the further back you get. I've met the neighbors directly behind me. Very pleasant people, and so I know that they don't approve of the way things are there either.
Roberts is Macon's second homicide of the year. The time's now 6:33. Right now, the Bibb County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding 81-year-old Frederick Barber. Barber was last seen on December the 29th, leaving his home in the 1900 block of Mallard Avenue. He was wearing a black hoodie and blue silk t-shirt and slippers. Friends say that they are concerned because Barber has medical and mental health issues. If you have any information, you can call Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. Their number, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. That number again for you, it's right there at the bottom of your screen. It's 1-877-68-CRIME. Right now, some families are still waiting to go home after broken water pipes forced out dozens of tenants at Vineville Christian Towers on Christmas Day. About 55 people were evacuated with the help of Bibb County Sheriff's Office and Coroner Leon Jones. Construction vehicles and technicians are still fixing the issues at the apartment. People who live there told us that the management was remodeling the building and the pipes were exposed. Yesterday, we reached out to Vineville Towers for an update and the building manager declined to comment. Tenant Frances Kane says that she was actually with her sister for Christmas when she found out about the flood.
I'd make calls every day. Nobody would answer or give me a call back. And I've just sort of been dormant here in my sister's apartment with her.
Prayers that she can get some help soon. Kane got in touch with someone working with the apartments to see if they can get some of her stuff. They told her that they didn't know when she could come back. Coordinators for Vineville Towers say the people who were moved to the 2 hotels are still living there.
Glory, glory to old Georgia. Our Georgia Bulldogs are returning back to Athens after winning the college football playoffs national championship. The back-to-back national champs landed in the Peach State after crushing TCU's Horned Frogs at Monday's game. And of course, it was a hero's welcome in Athens as they welcomed the Dogs back as champions once again. Star-studded defensive back Keely Ringo shared how he's feeling after getting off the bus from the high emotions of a national championship win.
Just to be in this position, man, spread the love of my teammates, man. Just the love I have for these guys. It's just a great opportunity just to be able to share this moment with them.
UGA walked away from Monday's game with a perfect season, 15-0, a first in the school's history. Now, if you're planning to celebrate this weekend, you got to do it with the Dogs in Athens. There are several events going on this Saturday, January 14th. The Dogs will walk a parade route from Lumpkin Street to Sanford Stadium. Then they'll have the dog walk, but because of construction, it'll start at the Baxter Street extension and head through Tate Plaza. Tickets for the in-stadium celebration at 2 p.m. Saturday will be available tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Now we know you guys are still celebrating that blowout win Monday night. Let's take a look at how Central Georgia fans are showing some Bulldog pride. Wanda Lester from Lizella says she's a 1985 UGA grad. She kept her tree lit up while cheering on the Dogs. And these viewers took a pic with their dog. And the Washington family also celebrating the team in red and black.
Exactly. You all can notice. Y'all hear that excitement in Ashlyn's voice, right? Because she's a fellow dog. So you got to love Central Georgia's Bulldog fans. 4-year-old Izzy from Macon still celebrating with the Dogs. And Leslie, Maddie, and Ryder say that they're saying go Dogs. And we're just going to keep on going through this segment right here because photos aren't necessarily in order. So go ahead, Ashlyn.
Yeah, help us celebrate with the Dogs. Did you watch the game, buy any merch, or celebrate the win in a fun way? Send us photos in your UGA gear so we can show them off. Text your name and your pictures to 478-752-1309. We'll share those right here on 13 WMAZ. And if you can't make the trip to the Classic City Saturday, like me, you can watch the parade on the 13 WMAZ mobile app. Download it on your Amazon Fire or Roku device. You can stream it on your time or watch it live from 12 to 1:30 Saturday afternoon.
It's 6:37 on your Wednesday morning. Pulaski County opened its doors to its new K-12 grade school. A 2019 proposal laid out by the former Pulaski County superintendent explained putting all 3 schools into one building would qualify for more state funding. From there, board members approved the $48 million project, putting it in the hands of voters. Yesterday, the doors opened and the school is thriving with at least 1,300 kids. Well, this week, My Teachers is Tops has a lot to celebrate both in and out of the classroom, Ashlyn.
Yeah, junior journalist Carmen Hill introduces us to this very special educator in this week's My Teachers is Tops.
I'm here at Southfield Elementary School where we're flying up, up, and away to higher learning. Ready to find out who's this week's top teacher? Let's go. Good morning, Miss Smith. I'm junior journalist Carmen Hill, and you're this week's My Teacher is Tops. Ambrielle Smith Samuel has been teaching at Southfield Elementary School for almost 5 years. Her first 3 years at the school, she taught first grade. Now she's molding these third grade superheroes. Monday, she tied the knot and became Mrs. Smith Samuel. So she's a top teacher and a newlywed, all in the same week. This is one for the books.
It feels awesome. I've always wanted to teach since the 2nd grade, so it's been a lifelong dream.
Speaking of books, her first and third grade students wrote and published their own stories. Third grader Lauren Brantley is one of them. Lauren has strong feelings about Mrs. Smith Samuel.
She is one of the best teachers there ever was. If I had a wish, it would be for her to be my teacher every year.
Them just knowing no matter what's going on and how they feel, we're a team. And they know I have their back to the end, so.
A-R-T!
Congratulations, Mrs. Smith Samuel. Students, keep sending in your nomination, and who knows, we might come to your school next. Reporting from Macon, I'm junior journalist Carmen Hill.
I love to see it. Dedicated teachers. We love it. Our junior journalists love to surprise your top teachers, so be sure to send in your nominations. Students can do that by writing us a letter or email. Send letters to the station, 1314 Gray Highway, Macon, Georgia, 31211, or email us at myteacheristops@13wmaz.com.
You can also send us a video on the 13 WMAZ app. Make sure to include your name, your teacher's name, and what school you attend. Get a parent to help you upload that video for me, okay? And our JJs might just surprise your teacher next. Coming up, morning reporter TJ Anthony standing by to share what experts say you can expect with the economy this year across the state and right here in our own backyard. Plus, we show you how the Genesis Joy House is helping families with babies with their 2nd annual diaper drive. Find out how you can help and where it's all happening. The time is now 6:40 here on this Wednesday morning. Once again, Ashlyn Webb, she's with me here on the desk. She's going to be holding down the fort.
Yes.
Caitlin is preparing to welcome her babies into the world. Woo! And also, I'm going to be getting married very soon.
Yes.
So Ashlyn and TJ are going to be holding down the fort. And Alex is also going to be the constant team member of the morning show.
So the funny thing is, all this starts next Tuesday, so that everybody knows. It's the one day that I'm not going to be here. So just prepare yourself now. This is all expected.
He planned it, guys.
This is all coming. But yes, it's an exciting time here at the station. And before you know it, we'll all be back and we'll be having some fun. Here's a live look over downtown. We got temperatures in the 30s this morning, 36 in Macon, 40 in Warner Robins, 36 in Dublin and Perry, and waking up to 37 in Baldwin County this morning. It's a cool start pretty much everywhere. We got 32, the coolest spot at the freezing mark down there in Dodge County. So this boundary just to the north, that is not doing a whole lot to our weather. But what you see back out here into Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas, this is the next weather system that's moving towards us, beginning to get its act together. It's also the same system that brought all of the severe storms out in California, and will do the same for us as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening. So here we are, 11 a.m. this morning. The clouds beginning to push in, temperatures into the 60s across the area, and then once we get into the afternoon hours and the evening, there's the clouds hanging around, but the temperature is not cooling off into the overnight hours, hanging around in those 50s and maybe even 60 in a few spots waking up tomorrow morning. So quite the contrast, some 25 to 30 degrees warmer than we are this morning, I should say. Scattered showers by 11 a.m. tomorrow, but then once we get these storms in here beginning right around 2 out ahead of the main line, that is when our severe weather threat's going to begin. And then here comes this main line coming through central Georgia as we head into the afternoon hours, weakening a little bit as it does so, mainly because the sun's going to be setting. We're going to lose the heating of the day, but nonetheless, the threat for damaging winds and potentially some spin-up tornadoes will be possible. A level 2 risk in effect for Unadilla, Cochran, Wrightsville, and areas to the northwest, so including Macon, Warner Robins, Perry, Milledgeville, Forsyth, and then a level 1 risk as the line is weakening down to the south. So here's the hour-by-hour timeline. The severe threat beginning right around 2 p.m. The tornado and hail threat primarily with those storms out ahead of the main line. And then once the main line comes through, say 5 to about 8 or 9 o'clock, that's when the biggest gusty wind threat will be. And then if we get training setting up with some of this rain, we could see some flooding, much like we saw last week. On into the weekend, smooth sailing on Friday afternoon, on Saturday afternoon, and on Sunday. And if you're headed up to Athens for all the festivities going on up there, it's going to be on the cool side. 46 for the parade, 49 for the program there at Sanford Stadium. It gets underway at 2, sunset at 5:46. So sunny conditions, but just cool there in Athens for all the national championship stuff. Here comes the 7-day forecast. 100% chance of storms tomorrow, and then much cooler on the flip side, going to 51 for the high temperature here in central Georgia on Friday. Overnight lows over the weekend down below freezing, highs in the mid 50s, so closer to January average as we head into the weekend.